Welcome to Smart Sign to Go. We're so excited you've decided to join our family of digital signage enthusiasts. Today we're going to take a look at how to set up the Sign Player Lite device. This is a Raspberry Pi, either a 4B or a 5, depending on when you're buying this from us. And we have everything that comes in the box for the most part sitting here on the table. We've got the power supply for it. We've got a micro HDMI to HDMI cable, the device itself, of course, and this keyboard mouse gadget. It comes with a little cable that should not be confused with something you connect between it and the player. Instead, this is actually used for charging the battery in the keyboard itself only. So what we're going to do is actually flip over our keyboard, open the battery compartment. Inside, you'll find this little USB receiver. We'll just pull that out and connect it to any of the many USB ports on the back of this guy. And then we're going to put our cover back on just to be tidy. At the top of the keyboard, on top right, you'll find a power switch. We're going to flip that on. That should cause some lights to illuminate on the keyboard. If not, then the battery's dead. So just throw the charging cable on it for 10 minutes or so and you should be good to go. The trackpad at the top operates just like a laptop, so you can just drag your finger on that to move the cursor on screen. Otherwise, it's just a regular keyboard. You can tap to click, so to speak, or use these buttons at the side. So now we can look at connections of the player itself. So on the side of this, we've got actually two HDMI ports, two micro HDMI ports. One we've covered over with a label because it's not used for most applications. We just use HDMI 1. So we're going to take our cable that comes with this device and connect it there. And if this cable is not long enough to reach your TV for some reason, if you have a really large TV and it needs to be positioned farther away than what this cable will reach, this is not for most people. But if you happen to have that scenario, what you can do is pick up one of these little HDMI couplers. This does not come in the box, but they're cheap, or we can send you one and it will allow you to connect this kind of odd cable to a standard HDMI to HDMI cable and extend that. That's one way to go. Anyway, just a side note on that. So I would connect normally the other end of this cable to my television, and then the power supply is just a USB-C cable that we would connect right there in the end. You do not want to use any other form of power supply. This device is pretty power hungry, so if you connect it up to your standard charging station with your phone, for example, it may not provide enough power and you'll get some erratic behavior. So we want to use the stock power supply that comes with the device, and that's it. So now we can actually proceed with the on-screen setup of this player and get on the road. When your Raspberry Pi player boots up, you will see this black screen with a little tech message saying could not connect to signage service, which simply means that you need to connect the device to your network. So first thing we're going to do is press Control W as in world on our keyboard. That allows us to exit out on the desktop. And we just want to look to the far bottom right for what looks like two lines with X's on them. Simply click on that and you'll find a list of your Wi-Fi networks here in this pop-up. If there are lots of networks in the area, those will be a longer list that loads at the left. But if you see your network, just click on it. And then if it requires a password, which of course most do, then just put your cursor there and type in the password. And then we want to watch the icon at the bottom right change from a cycling blue symbol to a locked blue symbol. Here we go. That's a solid blue. Looks like we got 3 or 4 bars of service there. So now we can either reboot our player just by unplugging it from power for a few seconds, or quick little tip, you can double click on the start player.sh icon on the desktop and execute that, which will then load the kiosk. And you'll see a registration code, which is 3 digits with a dash followed by another 3 digits. You can enter that code into the players section of settings in your account with us, or you can actually click on the play button on your channel on the dashboard and you'll have a place to register it there as well. And for any questions, please reach out to us. We'll be happy to help you get started.